I think from the inception of this country, I think there was haves and have-nots, and the haves wanted to preserve the things that they have. So I think they built the system, and throughout the decades and throughout the centuries, I think laws have been built to preserve that system.
Yeah.
And if you would have asked me before AI was invented and is so widespread, I would have been just as cynical as you. I would have been like, man, this system that we're born into, we're just stuck. You know, we're slaves, and we're
hmm
these people that are in power are narcissists, and the reason why they have the power is because the system was designed that way, and we're just stuck. Like, there's nothing we could do. But I think that's changing. I think I'm optimistic about the equality. I think I'm optimistic about the great equalization of people. I think people call me a socialist because I say that, but yeah, no, I had this
What is wrong
conversation
with
with this guy
people?
the other day. Is like if everyone is equal, then nobody will be better than the next. And the guy's like, but I want to be better than the other person. Like, I work harder, I should be better. And I'm like, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. That mentality that you have, that you want to be better than other people, is the whole reason we're in this fucking mess.
hmm
Like, if everyone had enough to live and not starve and not have to work, if you wanted to work and make more money, absolutely, but it should be an option. I think everyone should have at least a base, I guess, universal income. I think we're going to have to get to that point because and people, again, they call me a socialist because I say universal income, but think about it this way: the unemployment is already staggering, and it's going to
hmm
keep getting worse. What happens when we're
hmm
in a country where everyone is unemployed?
hmm
Literally everyone is unemployed. The companies are going to collapse because there's nobody to buy their
Nobody's
products.
buying.
People are going to starve because they don't have money to buy the products. So we're not going to have a choice. We are not going
hmm
to have a choice. We are getting to the point where we are going to have to face, how do we survive as a species? Are we going to let
hmm
an entire country starve to death? Or are we going to, like, we're going to have to get this ingenuity and start thinking outside of the box, and just let's put the negative connotation of socialism aside, and let's think about it practically. If you are in a country and everyone is unemployed, or at least the majority of the population, 90%, we're going back to the Great Depression numbers. Like, if everyone is unemployed and unemployable because they don't have the skills to live in a world with AI, like, you cannot compete with AI. You just can't. And especially now with this mythos model, like, we're just getting started, and it's already that
hmm
scary. It's already that insane. So we're going to get to the point. Just follow the graph, follow the
hmm
lines on the graph, the points on the graph. Like, we're going to get to the point where we're going to have to face: is this system working? And
hmm
it's just sustainable for this new future that we find ourselves in. And
Right.
I think the answer is no. I think we're going to have to change. There's going to be collapsers. Companies are going to fall. I think even some governments are going to fall. I think we're going to have to face the fact that, do we even need government? I don't know. That might be a little too radical for people, but like, we're having to have these conversations, and it's like, what are we going to do when the majority of the population is literally starving to death? We're not going to let everybody
Right.
die. Like, we're going to have to figure it out.